welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a little bit of a mix between two videos. I had a haul that I already filmed from over the weekend when I had a little bit more time to do it. But today I get a notification from YouTube saying it's my YouTube birthday, that it's been a full year of videos, even though this summer was a little bit not consistent. So, but I didn't realize that much time had gone by, so I wanted to do something special. I have champagne already chilling. I know this sounds so silly, but it was chilling for my birthday next month. Well, not next month, a couple weeks, but I just figured I would use that now since I'm gonna be putting in another order soon. And for those of you that don't know, I do sell Scout and Cellar wine, so I'll leave the link down below. It is a healthier alternative. It's clean crafted wine, so there's no additives, no, all that extra sugar that makes you feel like crap, all that stuff. So I'll leave some information down below. So I wanted to have a little bit of champagne and go to a bookstore. I'm waiting for my husband to get out of work. The kids are watching a movie right now. I think we're all gonna go just to get them out of the house. It is raining, which kind of like put a damper on things and made me not really want to go out anymore, but I'm already ready, so I figure why not. And I want to see what new releases are out, so I'm gonna bring you with me. Okay.
Mom, can I look out to my cars?
Yeah. So we just got back from the bookstore. I just wanted to do a quick haul of what I got for my anniversary on Booktube. Sorry, I was missing my eyes there. So real quick, before we have some dinner, I got Joan Didion and the White Album, which says it is about the aftermath and upheaval of 1960. So she talks about Charles Manson, the Black Panthers. So I'm excited for that. I've never read any of her work, but I always see, who's that celebrity? Oh, what's her name? Emma Roberts? Yeah, Emma Roberts, I think, always posts her stuff. So I've been wanting to try that for a little bit. And then the next one I got is Address Unknown by Catherine Taylor, and this is just a collection of letters between two friends during Nazi Germany, or when Hitler like first came into power. And that is definitely something that always intrigues me, that era. But I also liked that, I know they're not related at all, but like just the book itself kind of felt like 84 Charing Cross to me. Like it's just small and tiny, but like packs a lot. So I wanted to give that a try. And then the other one that I got was The Manhattan Girls by Gil Paul, which just says New York City 1921. It's like a Sex and the City version with Dorothy Parker. So I thought that would be interesting. I also haven't read that author either, but I kind of just walked around. I didn't really pay any mind to the like Goodreads TBR that I have, or the other lists that I have. I have like 3 different running lists. I kind of just walked around. The kids walked around, they picked out superhero books, and so now we are home. We're gonna have some dinner, and then I'm gonna read a little bit before bed. So welcome if you're new here. If not, thank you for coming back. And before I forget, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. And what I wanted to do today is do a book haul for, I think most of them are like June and July. Some of them a little bit August, but most of them are June and July. I did want to go over some. I have a couple physical copies and then a couple that I'll put up on the screen because I either like lent them out or they were on my Kindle, stuff like that. So let's get started. So the first one that I had got was Every Summer After by Carly Fortune, and I got that back in June. I read it in like a day, devoured it. It was so good. I have to look and see what the names of the characters are because I don't remember that, but I remember the storyline. It reminds me of The Summer I Turned Pretty. It has like a similar basis, but it does go back and forth between what happened back then and the present. So past and present is what I'm trying to say. So between Persephone and Sam, I don't know, I was invested in it. I've seen a lot of like mixed reviews. I was invested in it. I devoured it. I recommend it. So they were, you know, obviously kids growing up. Over time they start falling for each other. Something happens, his brother is involved, and then a lot of time goes by. Like she leaves, a lot of time goes by, and then his mom passes away. She comes back to town and they start rekindling stuff and like talking things out. The one after that I read was The Hotel in Nantucket by Ellen Hildebrand, and I think I lent that out too. I don't have the physical copy. That I also devoured and I don't know if I loved it. I liked it. It was definitely different from her other stuff in regards to like the ghost aspect, and I didn't hate it. The parts that I didn't like were I felt like she was trying too hard to be like seeming like she was like a cool parent or like be relative to whatever age group she thinks is reading her books. I really don't know. There were some parts that were a little bit cringy for me, but the whole, you know, interwoven storylines, different characters, how it all comes together at the end was still well thought out. So I did enjoy it. It was definitely a good beach read. Not one of her best, I would say. Not one like I would recommend right off the bat. But I mean, it was worth a purchase, I think. Maybe not hardcover. Maybe wait till it comes out on paperback. But it was good. It was decent. And after that, I purchased The Lost Summers of Newport, which is by a couple different authors. I haven't gotten to it yet, so I actually don't know too much about what it's about. It's listed under thriller and suspense, which I did not realize. So there's 3 different timelines, so 3 different points of view. There's Ellen, Lucia, and Andy, and obviously Newport, Rhode Island. It kind of makes me want to pick it up now, but the problem is it's almost fall, so kind of over the summer reads, but it does sound interesting. It's obviously about Newport, so they have the Newport mansions, the Gilded Age, all of that stuff. So it's 3 different timelines. I'm assuming in regards to like maybe the same house, or somehow they're all, you know, intermingled and related. I did purchase that with the intention of reading it on vacation, and I did not get around to it. I'm not really sure why. I think I felt like the writing style had to be more paid attention to, and not just, you know, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Oh, like a chick lit kind of book that, you know, you don't have to pay attention to, you can be interrupted, that kind of thing. But I also could be wrong. And again, I didn't realize it was listed under thriller, so that kind of has me a little bit intrigued and actually wanting to pick it up. The next one after that I also don't have a copy of because I think I left it at the beach house is The No-Show by Beth O'Leary. I've seen a lot of people say that they like it. It's a rom-com about 3 different women, and the date like no-shows but then like pops into their life and apologizes for it, and like just inconsistent relationships. And I don't think the 3 women, there's no relation. I don't know if they all find out. I did not get far in it. I got like 50 pages and I was like, I'm good. For some reason I don't know if it was too chaotic or it just didn't make sense, but like I felt like maybe it would have been better. I might give it another try next summer, but I felt like it could have been better if it was just focused on not so many relationships. I don't know. I just wasn't in the mood for it, so I did put it down. I'll have to see if I brought it home or not. I honestly don't remember. But if it's on my bookshelf, maybe I'll get back to it. After that was Shipped by Angie Hockman. I did read that on vacation, and then I did loan it out to one of my friends. This was like the Unhoneymooners Meeting the Hating Game is what the... Oh, right. Okay. I forgot about this one. So Henley and Graham, which I love because one of my son's names is Graham. Henley and Graham are competing for a spot. They are on, I want to say like a marketing team or an advertising team for cruises, and she gets a trip and then her sister goes with her. She ends up realizing that the guy she thought was like rude wasn't actually rude, and they end up, you know, hate to love kind of thing. It was really cute. I did enjoy it. It was a very fast read, and yeah, that was it. It was good. I liked it. The one after that, I just reorganized my bookshelves, which is a terrible thing to do after buying books. So some of them I think I have, but I don't know where they are. So this is one of them. This Is Where It Ends by Marie Nijkamp. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But this is a New York Times bestseller about a boy who brings a gun to school. I read it in about less than 3 hours, or give or take 3 hours. I don't think it has that high of a rating on Goodreads, but it caught my attention. Obviously it was good, and I think it needs to be something that is like high school curriculum. I feel like this is probably going to be one of the ones that's like banned, but it was so well done. It was multiple point of view, I believe, and different time, like different not timelines. It was like within a half an hour span or something like that, or an hour span, but it was people in different locations during it and how they responded, how they reacted, that sort of thing. So it was very well done, I thought. Then one after that, and this is where my coho addiction started, was Verity by Colleen Hoover, and I did lend that out to one of my friends as well. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm lying a little bit. So I had first picked up It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I got this at Barnes & Noble, I forgot. So I devoured this in like, 48 hours. Then I picked up Verity, and then I went on my Kindle, or no, then I went to the bookstore in Chatham, Massachusetts, and purchased Ugly Love. And then I went on my Kindle, and I've been reading all of her books like back to back. It's pretty bad, but they're like, you can just read them in 48 hours. They're so good. And I don't know why, for some reason I like put her off for so long as an author, but her writing is, it's hard to put into words. It's very psychological in the sense of like getting both perspectives and things. That's what it means. She's good into getting into the thought process of people. So as a psychology minor, I'm very interested in seeing that side of things. So in a lot of her stories, it might seem a little bit unrelatable that people don't necessarily just come out and say what they're thinking all the time, but there's always a way in her books that you see both sides, and I just think that's so fascinating. And where she started her own business. So Ryle was the neurosurgeon who said he can't have a relationship, and then Lily is in a job that she doesn't like and wants to start her own business, and she does, and then she hires Ryle's sister. So then Ryle and her have a relationship. She ends up getting pregnant, but he becomes abusive, and that's trauma from her past. And then she finds someone that she knew from high school all these years later, and there is a second book coming out soon, so I am going to be picking that one up because it's from the new husband's point of view, I think. Now I see why her books are all over TikTok, because they are definitely addicting. Anyway, the next one that I got was Katie Tur, Rough Draft. So she was an anchor for MSNBC. This is a memoir stemming from her childhood all the way, I think from her childhood all the way to her reporting, as well as I think her parents were journalists too. So I actually don't even know what she looks like now, but it was recently released, I think. Yeah, June 2022. So for some reason it just caught my attention and I picked it up. I am hoping to get to that soon as well, before the end of the year at least. It's a little bit short, but I do love memoirs, even though I do like listening to them, but I don't know. I went to school for journalism. Well, I majored in English, but I started in journalism, so I think that kind of caught my attention. The next one that I have is The Measure by Nikki Ehrlich. Now I remember. There's a box at your door, and it tells you, I think, the exact day you're gonna die. The exact numbers that you will number of years you will live. So this caught my attention, and the whole Read with Jenna book club picks usually, are a little bit fast-paced reads, generalized sort of. This looks like dual perspectives. Oh, a lot of perspectives. Interesting. Not a fan of the deckled pages, but the concept is intriguing. Oh, and it is seasonal too. Interesting. So it says 8 extraordinary people, 1 extraordinary choice. After that, I got the Penguin Anthology of 20th Century American Poetry. I have been trying to get back into writing poetry for myself. This is a form of expression. and so far I think it's going decently. But so I picked this up because I wanted to get something that covered a lot of bases. I picked up another one, a poetry book called To the Man I Love Too Much by Gabrielle G. And although that one is contemporary, and I'm assuming this is not contemporary, I don't know how to explain it because it's her thoughts and her experiences, but it felt like something I'd read before. Like it didn't, I don't want to say it wasn't creative because that sounds mean, but it didn't seem like something new, I guess. That also probably doesn't make sense. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't know what it is about it. It was too contemporary for me, I think. I just felt like hers was like very surface level. Like it was very predictable. I don't know. I think the return to school, I'm always that person that like misses going to school. So I was looking for something nerdy, which is also why I got more of the Pelican Shakespeare books. So I got Julius Caesar, Macbeth, and The Winter's Tale. And I obviously love the covers, and I was so fond of most of the other ones that I had got during the summer, so I want to give these a try, highlight some of the stuff. But then I have a couple more to go over. I think I'm missing a couple, honestly, but it is hard to remember what I purchased over the time. This one I picked up in Chatham in Cape Cod after the last border. This is Two Families and the Story of Refuge in America by Jessica Godot. And at first it was a cover buy. When the new year comes, I'm saying the new year and it's August. Like, I just have so many books I want to get to, but I have a lot of similar stories as far as not refugees, but like immigrant stories, memoirs. So I kind of want to like pick a month next year and just read a bunch of the same like genre and really get into that mentality and take a lot of notes. I did start doing a notebook because I read so much and I forget half of the details, and I still end up having to look stuff up. So I like write the rating and the name and the characters, and then I do like what I liked, what I didn't like, and then on the back I do a plot like a little bit more in depth just to not forget so much. It's also hard being a mom of 3 kids. I'm not gonna lie. I'll use that as an excuse. I have a very awful memory lately. This one is, who did I see this from? Kenzie Noel Reads. I follow her on Instagram, and she had recommended this, so of course I picked it up. I've been in a nonfiction vibe lately, so I saw that Kenzie posted this and said it was good, which is based in February 1959. A group of 9 experienced hikers in the Russian Ural Mountains died mysteriously on elevation known as Dead Mountain. They had unexplained injuries, signs of hikers being cut open, fled their tent without proper clothing. So it seems to dive into the mystery of what exactly happened, and it just sounds so good. Honestly, this one will probably be a winter read for me because I have so many on my fall list that I want to get to, but I do want to pick that up very soon. And the amount of people that I think reposted from Kenzie's and said the same thing, like, it's just so gripping and so good. So it does make me want to get to it. Plus it's a little bit shorter. The one after that is Kaleidoscope by Cecily Wong. And I did start this. I only got to page 15. I did start it on the beach. It started off pretty strong, but I think the like magazine, what do I want to say, format, I guess, kind of threw me off a little bit, and it wasn't a beach read, I guess is what I'm saying. So I will get back into it. And I think Kenzie also picked up this as well, or purchased it anyway. I do want to get to it. I want to get back into it, but it's not a priority for me at the moment anyway. I think I picked this up in Barnes & Noble. I saw a couple of things, and I always like take pictures of stuff that I want to add to my TBR. But I think I chose that one and another one that I'm missing. That's why I feel like there's one missing. The last one that I think I've hauled for right now is the Vietnam War, An Intimate History. I'm not getting to this anytime soon because it is over 700 pages. But I don't know anything about the Vietnam War. My grandfather fought in the Vietnam War. And like I said, I've said it before, but I'm very, I guess, cliche, or like a niche, or I don't know, genre. A favorited genre, I guess, would be war, but I'm very oriented in World War II. So I am trying to venture out. I am currently reading The Outpost, which is more of present day, like after 9/11. I don't know why that took so long. But it's just very dense reading. And I mean, this one isn't even as big as that one. This one's only like 500, 600 pages. This one's huge. But I do want to get to it someday, so I did want to have it on my shelf. It's just going to be a lot of information, and I think it's going to take a while, so I think it'll be one for when the kids get older and I have more attention span. But these are my recent hauls, and stay tuned because my birthday is in a couple of weeks, so I'm sure I'll get something else, at least a couple, I hope. Let me know in the comments down below if you've read any of these, if you liked, disliked, what is worth getting to right away, and please like and subscribe to my channel. I am going to be more consistent with filming and hopefully doing some reading vlogs now that the colder weather is coming and our plans seem to be slowing down just a little bit. So stay tuned, keep reading, and I'll see you soon. Bye.